Right, so hi everyone, my name's Claire. This is a twin flame channel helping you with your inner divine feminine, divine masculine energy within you. And of course, I didn't need to say that because inner would mean that, but some people might not know that, you never know. And whatever's going on with you and your twin flame. But I am focusing on past lives just now, taking advantage of where the sun, the energy is in my own chart, with me being the divine channel. And on that note as well, God speaks through me, guys. And if you're around here all the time, you know what that means. I basically chat away, looks like I'm having a wee blather. I'm actually channeling the energy. The card backs it up. It is still amazing, and I sometimes get shocked by it, but it's always, I just always like to repeat it because it keeps me humble. It keeps others humble that do this too, to remember that it's an honour to be used as a vessel in that way, you know, and not to get too above your station. Though we are allowed to give ourselves credit for the work that we've done to be a clear channel, because, you know, like, that clear means clear. And although that is a huge part of my natural energy, I was always destined to be doing this and all the other stuff that I do, giving people clarity and blah, 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 being a divine channel. I did work very, very hard to be able to give messages that are crystal clear, a crystal clear vision. So, and omens. So anyway, we're focusing on past lives for the next few weeks anyway. And then, like I said, after this, because my whole work, I just looked at 144, is about past lives anyway, I might make this a once a week thing because it is quite fascinating. So anyway, I'm specifically asking that we don't tap into any of my past lives. Thank you very much, please. Because it was quite interesting the way that this is worded. Like, look, the first one is, and this is from emeraldlotusdivination.com, to give the person credit of the tarot spread I'm looking at. I should actually make my own up. I've done that once before for something I was doing. But the first one is a card to describe me in a relevant past life. The second one is my purpose during that lifetime. A lesson I did not complete in that life, and now that life relevant to my current lifetime. But you see how it's like me, my, and it's quite, this is what I mean about it. It's really quite funny. This is why I typically don't encourage people to buy somebody like a session or to pay for your session with somebody else's money, all this kind of stuff, because I've found in the past it confuses the guides and, you know, your guides, the person's guides. It's really interesting. So anyway, I feel I feel there was a bit of confusion. I mean, like, to be honest with you, like, we know with all this shit, right, there's so much similarities as well as differences at the same time that I'm going to pick up on my situations. Fuck it, I do pick up on my situations. It's just fucking inevitable. But with this being past lives, like, it was a lot of the stuff that came out towards the end, that was really like the, you know, the writing spiritual stuff and not being compensated for it was scarily like my past life, because it's divine revelations I'm doing here, and it was divine revelations I'm doing in my past, and it's just really quite crazy. But anyway, like I said, a lot of divine feminists will probably resonate with it. But so that's what I'm saying. Although I'm saying I'm not tapping into my past life right here, I am going to tap into a set of other twin flames, and I'm leaving it open as to where we go with that. But I've kind of got a feeling. I've just got a feeling it will resonate with some people. Obviously, it's going to connect with someone watching the channel, but I mean, maybe people that I have worked with in the past and stuff. So we'll just see. Maybe not. So let's just stick with this same spread, because I didn't even know if I was going to have the energy. Because, like I said, in the other ones, you know, the way that I teach through my soul. And there's loads of different modalities I can break down to be able to describe that. I always just used to say, I learn through, like, I'm my own biggest case study, and I learn through what does and doesn't work for me, and I come back and teach others. But it's so funny that when I've looked more into my human design, that is actually a huge element of the type that I am. So, like, you know, I was on track before I fucking knew that that's what I'm meant to be doing. I guess not what you're meant to be doing, it's just, it is quite funny. But what I'm trying to say is although I'm like, right, Pisces season, haven't got a lot of energy, more likely to burn out than any other time, I do feel it's that energy still coming for me. So, but it keeps coming in waves. So this is why I'm sharing this with you. Like for instance, like someone had emailed me a couple of days ago and asked how I was, and I was like, yeah, great, after a rest. The next day, somebody else has, messaged me, and I'm like, God, I feel like, not that I feel like shit, but like, well, actually it was, because I spoke to a couple of people today, somebody yesterday, somebody today, yeah, so basically what I'm saying is actually I spoke to 2 people yesterday. When I'd reply to someone at lunchtime, I did feel great. By the time I was replying to somebody different at night, I had no energy, I was practically falling asleep. But what I realised as well is because I've been doing a lot of detoxing and fasting, which I'm always doing on and off anyway, but this is, you got to sort of tune into what your body's telling you and everything. I just need to really be up and drinking more water and stuff and blah 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 blah. So just take this all on board for everyone, because the last full moon was in Virgo, and that is our health, that is your 6th house. And remember, my soul, the Aries sun, shines in the house of Virgo, so that's why it's not like this is how real astrology is. That literally from right after that full moon, I've been even more obsessive about my health. Just like that, I'm sorting this shit out, getting back on track. I've had an extremely healthy day of eating, so I just need to do this to distract myself, get a bath and get to bed so that I don't eat anything. Right, so what I have picked up on is I'm going to do the feminine first, but for the feminine that I'm picking up on, I'm going to describe this as if it's like, I'm going to describe this as if it's like one feminine and one masculine, and it often comes out that the feminine is a female and the masculine is a male. It's just the way that I channel. Take it however it fits for you, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I can pick up at same sex and everything, but most of the time that's how it comes through, right? Because that's my situation. It just makes sense. But what was I going to say? But it can make sense to many people. That's what I mean about, I am specifically saying, even when I'm reading this out, this is not to tap into my past life, because I don't want to do that, right? And also just because I find it really, I'm just in too much of a sensitive place to be going there right now. Other times I probably wouldn't mind that much, but I'm finding it too intense. I really did find it. That's why that one didn't get published till today, because I was like, but it's kind of like, it's not just me, it's everyone. And like, I'm just noticing a theme of the same karmic issues are coming up in different twin flames lives. So it is fascinating, but it's quite intense. So anyway, let's get on with this. But what I am feeling is the masculine of this feminine is having a lot of dreams about you, if this is you, and really wanting to be with you, wanting to like surrender into the vulnerability of, it feels like that card in the star. Oh, it is here. I wonder if I could use them. I might pause this and use them. I wasn't going to use, again, so if you're new to me, everything I do is channeling, healing, clearing energy. So like I said, it's just the guides and God speaking through me. So when I'm talking and I've not got the card yet, this is all going to have meaning to whoever this is for. And like I was saying, if it's not yours, you're just naming in on someone else's story, and it can be quite interesting, you know what I mean? Basically, there's a card that says fall into her arms, and I feel if I get these cards together, which I'm going to do in a minute, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out. But if it doesn't come out, there's something about that. This divine masculine really does just want to fall into your arms. But with the nature of the matrix programming, brainwashing, there's probably that something inside them telling them that that's weak, or men don't do that, or I'm going to appear too needy, because there's another card in the other deck over there. All the things I'm saying are indicating what different decks to use here. But yeah, I feel this person is dreaming about the moment they can do this with you, and feeling like that it needs to be a reality now. And that's really fascinating me that that's coming out like that, because basically that's quite similar to the energy, well, very similar, because I said something about a reality check. So that's what I mean about, there's a theme in the collective for all twin flames that I'm going to be picking up on, right? Well, all the ones that I'm meant to be giving a message to. Oh yeah, and that card's still sitting there. take a reality check. So I really do feel that's what, I mean, actually I really do feel that's when the message is like a really, really very, very, it's not like none of the rest of it's true, but it means it's like a really strong, true statement. So I'm shuffling these. Let's just put in, what's on the bottom? Leaving or travel. So there's going to be something to do with this. I actually feel that's got to do with what I said. I feel this is, so remember, this is for past, present and future. So this could have already happened. This could be happening presently or in the near future. It could be happening in the future, like a year from now, 2 years from now. You know what I mean? I don't feel they're like as far out as 2 years ago, but how do I know? I just kind of feel with it, but even when I say that, how do I know? They're saying it through me. So, but I feel before it was like that. So I've channeled messages that were 2 years ago and a year ago that are coming true now for some people, or will do soon. Because you can just do that. Just have a scroll back to ones that I've done 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, definitely 6 months ago. A lot of these people were getting in touch with me, or I'm noticing, you know, things that are similar to things I've spoke about with people. But I feel with the quickening energy that the energies that are going on in the planet right now as it reaches 11:11, which is about awakening, I feel ones that I channel now, if they sound really quite urgent, I think these ones could be happening in real time like 6 months from now. So we'll see if I'm right about that, right? I don't really care because it's just whatever, but that's what I'm feeling. I don't think they're like a year and 2 years out, but it still could be the case. We're all in a different bit of the timeline. But this is the moment I feel a masculine leaves the fantasy to make it reality, leaving or travel. But there could have been something about feeling like they're going to be persecuted, or there's going to be some kind of like, you know, inquisition, you know what I mean? Because that's like, oh, wait a minute. Let me just Google what, because that actually reminds me of Sliding Doors, the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah, investigation. The act of inquiring, deeply searching investigation, a deep or searching inquiry, ruthless official investigation. It's like, yeah, this person feels like they're going to be persecuted, or like everyone's going to be prying into their business when they leave to go towards this feminine, away from a karmic relationship. See what I mean about like I kind of actually feel I know which one to use, at least someone that this is going to speak to, but I still feel that could speak to quite a lot of us. Wars and battles, there's going to be wars and battles when this person leaves to go towards their divine feminine, away from a karmic relationship. I'm just breaking the deck and that's what's coming out. Right, so now I'm going to pause this and get the other cards. If you just honestly see, when I got these cards, so many just fell on the floor. I feel the amount of things that keep falling on the table that you've seen if you've been watching the last few days, or like just literally yesterday it's happened actually, but I think it happens quite often, but it's like things are falling in quite a big way, you know, like a tower of cards. So that means something, and it just happened again there. That it's like it's getting to the point where I need to fix this. You know what I mean? Like I need to tidy this up, and although I'm feeling rather burnt out, and some of the days I'm actually going to have to really just stay in my bed because I'm that's the weekend. Basically, it's already Thursday tomorrow, so my plan, whether it goes to plan, my plan is I'm going to get outside at some point tomorrow, and I'm going to be, yeah, like at some point tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to be focusing on tidying up this office very slowly, and then I wouldn't mind if just the weekend I'm in my bed, like, you know what I mean, because I really do feel the energies coming in right now are very intense, and with me being somebody that transmutes these energies for the collective, and anybody else feels resonant with what I'm saying, really, really take care of your energy wherever the Pisces is in your chart, especially. So I'd say if you've got a sun, moon, Pisces, if you've got a sun or moon, or some of you've got both, or rising in Pisces, I would take extra care with this new moon. But really, like I said, I've not got any of that, and I'm taking care where it is in my chart. So we all need to, because it's about lack of boundaries. So lack of boundaries will become an issue. People will try to overstep your boundaries, and it will show you where you haven't got your boundaries in place, but then it shows you where you need them in place. It shows you where you need to be more assertive, or it might be showing you how well you've done with that, you know what I mean? Like, because like I said, because I've worked so hard on this for years, because I had to move from being a people pleaser and just always being there to put out everybody's fires, and yeah, I know that people that watch my channel you might still feel I am that person. It really depends, you know, what you mean by that, because, you know, it really depends on what that means, because, like, have I helped some people that aren't feeling well and people's children, like, over the, you know, the past few days there, if they get in touch and, you know, like, yeah, and actually it's healed both adults and children overnight. But again, it doesn't take much for me to do that, and I, you know, I don't mind doing that when I'm really connected to people. But it's before, it would have been like people being like, I really need your help right now, like, you know, can you, you know, can you jump on a Zoom now, or can we have a session, or, you know, or and even that, if you think about it, you know, like, I had to stop that. Like, I did do that with people before, but I don't do that now because it's not fair. Like, other people, actually, you have to, you know, you've got like an emergency reading, you know, because it's like, if somebody's dropping everything to accommodate somebody's emergency and it is a business, it makes sense. It's going to be more money. Do you know what I mean? That's definitely the Capricorn moon talking through me, because that isn't usually my whole vibe there. But it is true, you know what I mean? That's why sometimes I need people around me to remind me of that. It's like, you know, yeah, anyway, so there's something about that basically, the point of me saying that is, I'm always still going to be helping people, but especially when we move into, I would say definitely Friday, yeah, because that's what I mean, I'm very strict. It doesn't matter wherever the fucking sun, the moon, or whatever is, from Friday night, especially, until Tuesday morning, I've had extremely tight boundaries that is my time. You know, I don't reply to the comments typically. I try to just stay off my channel, full stop. But our channel, I want to correct myself, it's our channel. And welcome to the Soul Family. Subscribe if you haven't, if you feel like you want to hang around. It's fun. We're nearly at the 1k, guys. Exciting times. But we could still take ages to get there, so we'll get there when we get there. There's going to be something about climbing the mountain, because mountain cards have been coming. So the person that, whoever is going to resonate with this, is going to resonate with that. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. Right, so why did I say that? Like, this divine masculine's wanting to fall into this divine feminine's arms. Yep, there's a tower going on. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? This masculine's clinging on to their old life. Yeah, I'm really feeling that. Like, there is, wait a minute, just in case we need a, oh, wait a minute, it really is upside down, yeah, in case we need a thumbnail. I'm actually going to leave it out. That's what I'm going to do, leave it out for the thumbnail. So, yeah, and longing for soul family. I feel the soul family is the twin flame calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. What else? Could you? Oh, look, I just went past I went past the boundaries card after saying that. And you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Oh, but there it is. Look at that. Wow. That is 3 cards. Look, there's another card that's not even meant to be there. Wow, trust, and it's one of the nice ones. So trust that this will come together. So look, let go of the timing of when that happens. But if you feel like once I've ended this, I don't usually say that. Maybe someone's ending a karmic situation. Doesn't need to be romantic, but it could be friends, something toxic that is holding them back from this. Just know that if you resonate with all of this could be yours, right? I can't say it's definitely, because it's for the collective, but just that's something that, because that's not even meant to be there. But look, that's why they made me say that. And this is 3 decks together. It might even be 4, but fall into her arms. Surrender, holding the opposites extremes of life. And to me, this always looks like that's a woman holding, I think it's maybe a baby, to be honest. But I always think, like, when I look at it from far away, I always feel like that might be like a guy that's, like, you know, kind of like, I don't know, like, it's almost like someone, like, you know, like from a war scene or something. Like, somebody's like, oh, like, it's like I'm seeing that scene in I Can Be a Hero, Baby. You know what I mean? Or what's another one? Or because I watched Cruel Intentions recently, so that could be relevant to this. When he's, you know, on the road and she's like, there's loads of films like that where someone's kneeling down behind, like, you know what I mean? Like, and you think the person's going to die and then they don't, or sometimes they do die in these films anyway, just saying. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Right, but anyway, really, they got me to get these cards because I mentioned it and then it came out, right? Because, like I said, they knew that was going to happen. Really, I'm just being controlled, guys. So maybe with me saying that, somebody is being controlled in not a good way. it's because I'm a high priestess. Maybe you resonate with that too. How are you being called to step up and lead? Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seed in the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Everything that's happened is part of the divine plan. The masculine is overtaking. I've just got to take it Asia again. I'm going to cut. I know that. No, masculine's just going to need to wait because I'm doing the feminine first. In the past, though, this masculine didn't think they could live up to your fantasies, and I feel it was influenced by others around them. But let's get back to the tarot spread. I feel that's past energy though. No pun, past life. It's far too hot in here. Did I open that window? Wait a minute. Yeah, I did open the window, but I hadn't opened the curtain and the heater was up full blast. We're good now. Right, so. And also, they just led my eyes down to my jammy top that I really need to chuck out because it's got hair dye on it and it's cream. It's not a good look. But it's got good vibes only on it. So, and I just looked at 21 minutes. So this masculine wants to be done with a toxic karmic cycle of either their thoughts or... and you can see how I'm trying to do the feminine and the masculine keeps coming in. But that was part of where the masculine was. They just didn't feel good enough. They didn't feel like your worlds would merge or something like that. Like, this is what I mean. It could be for anyone. This is what goes on with twin flames. Until they realise that, oh my god, we're kind of perfect for each other. Right, so... a card to describe this feminine in a relevant past life to whatever's going to come out that will help this feminine. And the feminine could be male or female. Just whatever. Oh, wars and battles. So that's not a coincidence. We saw it when I was doing that before. So although this is a card, let's get another one. So in a past life, do you know what I'm going to do, right? I'll just try it. I'll experiment every time I do this because I'm just winging it. So, because if I put them back, then I might not remember. I cut that. So that's a card to describe you in a relevant past life and your purpose during that lifetime. This is me trusting that this will work out. Usually always does. Oh, wow, was to be a mother. I think that's a different mother card from... probably not. I don't... Look, there's transportation. There is definitely, like I'm telling you, whoever the father is to the mother card, like the divine masculine to this divine feminine, there is somebody's like making their way at some point. Maybe it's got something to do with like someone went off to war. So your purpose in the past life was to be a mother. It might be something else, but that's what's coming in. See what I mean? This is what came out yesterday. A lesson I did not complete in that life. So what is something that you as the divine feminine didn't complete in that past life? Give us something that's going to tie in for everything else. Trust and... oh, look. Trust and faith, but spouse is there as well. So, similar again, that this... that you... shit, I do think it is that. I think it's quite an open and closed case of someone didn't come back from war and someone was left with the kids. But it's not because the person didn't want to come back. It's, well, I don't want to assume that they died, but I mean, well, yeah, actually, well, you know what I mean? It's, let's just see. All the fucking cards are falling everywhere though. Wait a minute, let's just move that down a bit. That's easier. Right, war and battle. You can't see it, but you hear me when I say it, so let's just do that. You hear me when I say it. Leave that there to remind me. Leave that there to remind me. So it's like... I feel, right, there's a constant reminder, and they're so interesting. They're pulling me a card down there that says yes from another card deck. I feel there's a constant reminder. This is complicated, but I like this because I'm good at solving riddles. this divine feminine, if this is you, there's a constant reminder in your present day life of losing your true love that comes from your past life. Like somebody went to war. And I almost feel like you might feel a bit abandoned by God or something, because with trust and faith and spouse, it's like you gave up a bit of hope when your person didn't come back. I can understand that, right? So how is this life relevant to this person's current life? Now, it'll be interesting if love life or something comes out. Oh, look, the card at the start. Shit, yeah, this is totally making sense. Like I said, it makes sense in the way from which I'm reading it, but it's going to make more sense to you if this resonates with what I'm saying. But it's like, it's relevant to this current life because you've got abandonment issues. So see how abandonment issues can be different for different scenarios. Like, the abandonment issue in the one last night was because it felt like someone has been taken away, sabotaged by someone else, and they've not returned. Or and therefore there's a worry in this present life that the same thing's going to happen and it'll be sabotaged and they won't come back. But in this, I actually feel the masculine died. And you know, if you've ever done shamanic work with me or other people, like, I share enough about my own stuff, but I have said that I do know that from when I've done my own stuff like that, there have been several different ones in my past lives where like that abandonment did happen between me and mine, and it was because one of us died. So it's not always like someone going off it, or it was just stopped by karmic people. Actually, several of the lives are like that. So it's kind of like, but one of them was that. But you can still feel abandoned when the person dies. So quite deep. But yeah, there's definitely something here that's going on. The feminine dealing with abandonment wounds from when your person died on you. Shit. But it's like, I feel what they're saying is the wisdom that you're trying to acquire in this life, and I feel you're very connected to the galactic energies, Pleiadian energies maybe as well. It's to trust that that isn't going to happen in this life. And I do feel there's something about being a mother again here as well. So you might already be a mother, or this might be something that's yet to come about. Interesting. Right, so let's get a wee bit more on the feminine, then I'll dig into the masculine, because this masculine's literally dying to say they always are. When I tune into the masculine, they're always dying to say stuff. Also, there's something extremely relevant, or you might be a moon in Pisces. I feel this is going to, I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to speak to people that are moon in Pisces, like, to be honest. Because look, they just pulled me to new moon in Pisces, which is this weekend. So I tuned to the divine. But let's see. So can you tell us a wee bit about this feminine in the past life? Can be anything related to the wars and battles. But see, sometimes that could be like fighting with people, but I do feel it's got something to do with the war. It was during the war, something like that. Tell us a wee bit more about the feminine in the past life, whether it's that same past life or another one. It's in reverse. Misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So it was in reverse, but the transformation-based motives and goals into golden wisdom. Alchemist. So take that from what you will, but it came out reversed. What else? I feel it might have something to do. You know what? I'm getting that. It's not anything too dark. It's like this person couldn't get over the pain of what happened in the past, so they weren't able to transmute. Because I always say I'm an alchemist and I help others be an alchemist because I turn my pain into power and help people, empower people. But not everybody does that. Oh, look, George again. This is, I already know I'm laughing because it's like, look, although there's elements that I feel loads of us could resonate with, this is what I felt they were going to do. It's like, I feel this is really going to speak to some people that I've connected with in the past. Which isn't everyone, because some people watch my channel and we've not connected personally, but it's like, I'm sure I've touched your heart in some way and read for you on here, but you know what I mean? It's like, I know that that's somebody else that's going to resonate with things to do with like Lady Portia kind of vibes. Like something about justice, law, karmic justice, literal legal justice, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. So this person's always had an interest in the past of things to do with that, and I feel in the present day. Okay, so tell us about their purpose during that lifetime. So there was something about in that past life you felt there was a misjustice. You weren't able to turn that pain that you went through around before you passed. And by the way, if anyone ever resonates with these past life ones I'm doing and you really, really strongly feel it was yours, what we could do is, this would be my version of an extension, except it can't be an extension because, well, it could be, you know. I might start doing that, like, to be different. Like, I could do an extension on, I'm not going to do it on this one, but I could do it on something like this and do a healing that would resonate for everyone that resonated with it. But what I was going to say is, like, it would be good to book a past life regression session, which are my big ones, my main ones, in which we could see what comes up and see if the same stuff, and then you'll really know if this was yours. But, you know, because whatever comes up that was a problem, an issue, you may still be carrying it, and if we, you know, help with that, then you don't need to carry that in the present. So the purpose during that lifetime for you as this divine feminine, see what I mean? It's the same. This is what I meant by, I resonated with that one last night, but I bet you others did, and it's the same with this. Like, I'm not massively resonating with the other bits that I've said, but these bits are because it was the same cards. But persevering knowledge and information, preserving knowledge and information. So I feel this mother, I feel you wrote your feelings down about your heartache. That's quite specific, but I really do feel that. Yeah, look, and this, you were an earth angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return. So it's like, I feel you dealt with a lot of pain that you never got over about. It's almost like I'm feeling like you were like, you know, an angel helping people, being a mother, and being a mother to people maybe extended past your own children, but you never really dealt with that pain. See how I can really see how this could carry on in this life and become a problem, actually. Right, so poet in reverse. Turned a lyric gift to a negative or destructive effect. Oh my god. And then look, doves as well could be significant. That always reminds me of Dove or Holy Spirit, but also true love, whatever. But that fits with what I'm saying. It's like somebody helping everyone else, but never really truly getting over their own pain. And this is in the past, so hopefully you're not doing it now, but you can turn it around if you are. A lesson I did not complete in that life. Right, well, I feel I've already covered that, but this will be interesting what comes out. Oh, warrior in reverse. Traded ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to suffer inflicted on others. This came out last night. This is what I mean. There's a lot of people dealing with the same stuff. I actually feel in this case that it's like what you didn't learn was to be kind to yourself. I'm changing it. That's what it was. I feel you didn't, because it doesn't fit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's more like you sacrificed your own happiness, never finding love again after. It might be something to do with the times, you know what I mean? After your partner passed, you just died unhappy with that pain, helping everybody else, but not actually getting over your own pain. Oh god, this is... Well, it is what it is. A lesson I did not completely. Give us another one. Releasing what was potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. Look at spiral there and the spiral there. Sorry, I could hear my neighbours telling. I'm thinking that means they can hear me. So, yeah, there's something here about going through that in the past life. I think if you were this feminine, whether you're a female in this life still or a male, I think you were kind of just doing your bit as a mother and a do-gooder, but you kind of couldn't wait for it to be over, which is really sad to say, but that's what I'm feeling. Right, how is that life relevant to the current life? This is important what comes out. It's important what all of it, I didn't mean to go this in depth, but we've done it now, so. It's in reverse again. Voyeurism, falsifying information. Oh my god, that's really funny. Judge and right, because it's detective, right? But look, they just flashed up liar to me, right? You know, which is about a lawyer. So think about like, and then it's really interesting because I don't want to spoil that film that I spoke about the other day, but I know what they're saying. So this person could have an interest in law or lawyer, something, or want to be a lawyer or is a lawyer or something like that because of the judge and then that. But although that's on the shadow side, do you know what I mean? Like, think about it, like, because in that film, right, watch it because it's brilliant. So I'm not even going to name the name of it, but because I don't want it, but there is a bit in it where, because I said it the other day, so if you really want to know because you think, oh, I want to watch it, then just ask me and I'll tell you. But what I will say is that lawyer does withhold information. So you know what I mean? Like, he does notice something that is a witness. So that's like a conflict of interest, isn't it? But that's all I can say. I don't want to ruin it for you. But anyway, that's definitely... So that's relevant to this current life. I really do feel... So it's not so much that this person falsifies information or anything, but I really do feel this person's got an interest in justice. And... oh my god. And out in femme fatales, because we've got femme fatale. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money or power. Yeah, like I feel this person's got a real interest in out in these holes. And I hear you, sister. See, I told you, look, I got that card too, but see how it's my Lady Portia energy comes through in a different way. And for this sister, it comes through in a different way because it's stuff that, well, like I always said, that people have said I would make a good lawyer because I don't stop until I get the truth, but I wouldn't because I wouldn't be good at all the other shit. But this person's good at spotting what I am, people that are not who they say they are, bad shapeshifters, you know. Well, good in the way that they can fool people, but they don't fool everyone. The visionary. Oh, look, yeah, and that it came out in reversal, but let's see. Selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable, right? So I just feel, again, it's nothing too shady. It's like there could be a bit of people, you could have a tendency to people please, or you have in the past. And remember, I did say I felt this might speak to Pisces moon people. And that would, you know, it's a very self-sacrificing energy. So you can balance the scales there if you feel you do that too much. Right, let's get one more. Yeah, I was feeling that. Refined your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. You're a good Samaritan, but I do feel you can put yourself last quite a lot. And you're a networker. This came out yesterday too. Enhances unity through the sharing of information and engenders social awareness and empathy. This really is a very strong Pisces placement I'm picking up on. Right, okay. We'll get some more here with this deck, and then I'll need to pause it and tidy all this shit up. I've done it anyway. I'll just do it different every day, but I'll not sort of specify with these. Just tell us something. Just tell us something about this beautiful feminine energy that I'm picking up on, and then we'll dive into the one. So that came out yesterday, as we saw, and this is what I said, like, you know, I've got a feeling of who this is going to resonate with. So if you think it's you, get in touch and be like, and I can be like, yep, I thought it was you too. But it's more important if you think it's you. And I want to see how many people email me. That's what I think is funny, when a few people email me. Because I left it open, but I just kind of knew what was going to happen. It's who really, put it this way, it's who really needs it. It's who really needs a bit of a pick-me-up right now. And as we can see, this person's a good Samaritan. They're needing support there. It's like somebody that helps other people need help, and that's who my guides like to reach out to. This is about this feminine knowing who their one is. And you're working on yourself right now. It's the same cards, but this is also about your masculine, because you're working on yourself and you know who your one is. Your masculine's working on themselves and they know who. They're getting to know more of who they are. With your light is healing them out of the darkness. Well, that's beautiful, because that's very beautiful actually. Oh my god, away from the siren energy. The unseen. This is very Pisces. This is very Pisces new moon, because not only is the siren the water as well. And remember, sometimes I could make that good energy, but I more feel it's always bad when I pull it. That's why this feminine's got an interest in helping people see through, whether it's a femme fatale or a siren, people that basically lure people in through unethical sexual magic usually. It's the kind of thing where like somebody pulls somebody in by seducting them, but once they're in their trap, it's like a black widow spider. That's what it is. It's like once you're in their trap, they fucking eat you and kill you. And that's really crazy, because that is actually a huge, that's linked to that film I just spoke about. But I need it's a thriller, so, and it's a good film. So I don't really, it's kind of like, I don't want to spoiler alert that for people, because it was only came out like the year before last. So and it's got beautiful romantic bits in it too. So again, actually, if you're resonating with this, you really might want to watch that, because it's like The Notebook, but like with a darker sort of different spin on it. There's something that's quite a mystery and a bit unknown here. But there's definitely something about this feminine having an interest in out in that. Look, this is the gap between this feminine and masculine. It's not far. And the light and the light and love. I don't like the term light and love, but whatever you want to say, light, you know, what you're healing is being received by them. The castle. Could have links to castles in a past life. The warrior, the bridge, the kiss. Look, the kiss again. Hands, yeah, this is all stuff they're saying. It's leading to that, right? I'm going to put this, I'm actually going to pause this. I'm going to dive into masculine, because otherwise this is going to be really, really long. But this is, again, I feel this is actually maybe going to be a bit of an example of either an hour one, or it might end up being 90 minutes, because I've went 45 minutes nearly for the feminine, so it might be the same, but this would be a good example of what I could do as a personal reading. And if this is yours and it feels like it's a personal reading where you really locked out and you must have needed it, but remember, it could just be bits that make sense. And like I always say, when I do the past lives, like when I do anything, take it with a pinch of salt, right? If it comes out with things that you're not so keen on, that, oh, I didn't want to be that in a past life, just, you know, let it go. You're not in that life anymore, you know what I mean? But it can be very helpful. And the best thing to do would be get a past life regression with someone you trust to actually check, you know what I mean? And that's what I do, if you didn't know that, right? So I'm going to pause this and do the masculine. Right, so I actually tidied that up very quickly. Now, this masculine was quite desperate to talk 45 minutes ago, so their higher self's been very patient. And so I'm using these cards right away. I'm terrified they're moving on from me. This has been a collective theme that I've been picking up on the last few days especially. So although I'm doing a past life reading here, this is, feel the current energy that this masculine is in. Now remember, they might not be showing that. If you're in contact with this person, might not be showing, but this is what's going on. I know our love is fated and we're meant to be together, and I was conditioned to hide my feelings in childhood. See how that fits, how I just said that? Because they're speaking through me. So I really do feel, if this is you, I feel you're a feminine that's in some kind of contact. You either speak to them or you see them. But this is what's going on. My passion is burning so strong that I can't take it. And I don't know why, but I act so self-conscious around it. Yeah, it's like this person was conditioned. Yeah, they were conditioned to hide their feelings. So it might be really quite conflicting. Which isn't their fault. It's not your fault if you resonate with this masculine. Right, so let's get into this because this could take a while, but it's kind of quite fun. Right, so I'm sure it's not fun when you're on the actual journey. In fact, I know that because I'm on a twin flame journey too. But a card to describe me in a relevant past life, but it's not me. This is the masculine in this connection. Card to describe this masculine, a relevant past life, exactly the same as what we've just done with our feminine. Oh, knighthood. Do you know what? That's quite funny. When I was shuffling, when I was doing I did see that. Like, they already told me that through the card. And then there's wisdom again on the bottom. That's the joint lesson, is for this twin flame couple to learn the wisdom from what happened in the past lives. And you're both high priest, high priestess energy. Very psychic energies. Like I said, I do feel this is for like strong Pisces energy placements. Right, so I'm just going to keep the knighthood one there. There's something about this masculine. Oh my god, wait a minute. I've just realised how that could kind of make sense. Knights go to battle and somebody died in the war. Interesting. So what was this masculine's purpose in that lifetime? Oh my god. I hate to say it, guys, but I don't. There is a possibility that this masculine did not. Maybe that's why I said that they didn't die. Shit. Let's just go with this, right? But it kind of might look like this masculine went into some kind of war and either made it look like they did. I mean, that'd be quite brutal. Or like, but yeah, I feel like, look, yeah, that is what happened. Like, this masculine left the feminine broken hearted with a couple of kids, it looked like, or at least a child, and it's kind of like Pearl Harbor shit, isn't it? I mean, I know that's not exactly what happens in Pearl Harbor, but I think the purpose was to make that mistake and then go back to, and then that's, and then that didn't happen. Well, it didn't happen, and then now we know why that feminine was scorned, and then we know how this happened. We know how this works. It's played out. Fuck, that's creepy. This masculine abandoned their family. And this, oh my god. Look, they went somewhere else. And then that person was left without, oh my god. Right, okay. Deep shit, isn't it? Right, let's see. A lesson I did not complete in that life. Oh god. If the same cards come out, then... Oh, lessons and blessings. What you didn't complete was you didn't... It's almost like the Greatest Showman went wrong. You know how he is in his ego, and that woman that sings a beautiful song is trying to seduce and lure him in, the siren. That's why the siren came up. That's why the feminine in this lifetime's got such a passion for being able to spot women like that. Women like that is all I'm going to say, because we know what that means. That's the lesson this masculine did not complete in that life, was he didn't, in The Great Showman, the man realises what matters is his family, his wife and his kids. This masculine didn't realise that. Like, you know, I'm sure they did, but by the time maybe the wife was, oh, I don't know, it's kind of tragic though. How is that relevant to my current life? I think it's what I've already said, but let's see. I just knocked the wolf over. Orphan. It's relevant. Right, I get this. This masculine's been left abandoned in their lifetime now. because of how they left. Like, remember guys, I'm just being the vessel here. They left their family and now they've been orphaned, abandoned. Could have some kind of connection to farms, or this is about freedom, the horse, the father. Yeah, it's exactly, look. The angels are healing this masculine. Because again, if somebody resonates with this, it's like, well, somebody is going to. I feel it's, like I said, I do know the feminine that's going to resonate with this, and we can't speak for the masculine, but, right. A card to describe the masculine to go with the knight, or just whatever else. Now it'd be weird if something similar comes out, but, so, what can you tell us about the masculine in that past life? Whether it's the same life where there's some kind of knight or knighthood, or a different one, just tell us something about describing that past life. It'd be helpful if it's the one where they were a father, monk, nun. Selfless devotion, single-minded dedication to spirit. Negative judgment in the physical world, excess. But now, remember, I did just leave it open, so I feel that's just another life, because that doesn't fit with the life where they've went away and got it on with a siren, does it? It doesn't fit at all. So I do feel this is another aspect to this masculine, that they have lived the life in selfless devotion, possibly celibate. I mean, that's what monk nun means, like possibly celibate to the divine. So there's two very different lives, actually. That's quite fascinating. What else? Oh my god, how strong is that? Orphan. Independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Because remember, past life is a past life when you're someone else, but this can also just be the past. This could be the past in this life. I haven't said that before. And oh my god, exploitation of the female nature and form. Goddess came out in reverse. That does fit. So I feel that's a different life. For some reason I feel that is this life, or it could still be other past lives where this masculine felt quite alone, or been actually orphaned, I don't know, been not had what they needed. But they've, in that past life, and I feel the present, but I'll check, they've been led away and exploited by karmic relationships. And then that's what's left them lonely too, because you don't get the satisfaction, you get karmic bullshit with that. It's not, it can be lonely even though you're with someone. Yeah, oh shit, father in reverse. I mean, this is fascinating to me. The purpose in that lifetime, look, dictatorial control, abuse of authority, but it's in the light, it's talent for creating, supporting life, positive guiding light when a tribal, but it's father in reverse, this masculine, and that's falling on top of karmic relationship. The masculine, like, basically chose a karmic relationship over being the father to the family already had. Deep shit, man. A lesson that this masculine didn't complete in that life. Again, I feel it's already to come out, but seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. They played into their own insecurities, and yeah, basically, they had that within them to follow their dreams and not sabotage what they had, and have it be like the ending of The Greatest Showman, where it's all happy families, and but it didn't end up that way. Right, so how is that relevant to the current life? This is important, it's all important, but let's see what comes out. Wow, see how it's the same? Oh my god, that's really powerful. This is a very similar energy to what, it's not the same one, but it's similar. And that's what I felt. I did feel this was, I do feel, I know who this is going to speak to, at least a few people. Ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols, and radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. That's fucking beautiful. if you feel this will speak to you, go back and watch watch. I think this, whoever this speaks to, you'll watch it a few times. Look at what the feminine's interested in. Out in the ho-ho-hos, the femme fatales that take advantage of the vulnerable masculine energies. And it's current to this lifetime that this masculine tells their story of how that's happened in this lifetime, because I do feel it's happened again, but also that they recognise who their true divine feminine is. Radiates regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others, because this feminine is beautiful. We just tapped into that energy. Yeah. Because you're a king. I can't look at all those fucking cards. Assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the needy one rescued. This masculine's needing to overcome codependency as well. Until then, they won't be allowed to reunite with their queen. So I think this masculine's being healed by the angels right now until they can overcome that. Yeah, until they can overcome being a trickster. Oh my god, a trickster, a beggar. Yeah, so just look out for that. If you're the feminine, your masculine could have quite like the shadow side of Pisces, like victim mode kind of energy. And you're like a mentor to them. I know that sounds fucked up, but that's actually how it goes with a lot of twin flame. You know what I mean? It is fucked. I mean, look at what came out yesterday. Student teacher. For some people, that might literally be a student teacher. I mean, I hope not, but it's more like that you're teaching one another. It's not just the feminine teaching the masculine. It can seem like that at first, and then the masculine will teach the feminine back. You always are, but I know what they're saying. Yeah, this feminine's going to use her wisdom to teach the masculine that not all women are like that, but that's I need to use that for a thumbnail, especially because we're Queen and King storytellers, something like that. I don't know if the Newman and Pisces bit is right. Fuck, it won't even be in the shot anyway. What am I doing? There. Right. So right, I can actually tidy this up now and do the next bit. God, this is actually quite... Some people will love this and some people will find it boring, but I'm kind of getting into it now. Right, so... what did it was this deck that I used next, wasn't it? So can you just tell us a wee bit more about that then, the masculine? A card to describe this masculine in a past life. I don't know what that means. The pilgrim. What the fuck does that mean? The animal. Let me just... I really just need to have that book handy because I do that quite a lot. Pilgrim. Wait a minute. Oh shit, it did come up. A person who journeys to a sacred place. Oh yeah, shit. Wow, that's crazy. I really should know that because that's basically what I do. But that's so funny that means something though. And also it's got a member of the Pilgrim Father, so that's kind of even quite funny, all the stuff about the father. But like I said, the father could even be just like the divine father, but it could also mean divine masculine, but it can also be somebody that is a father, but it's like, or meant to be a father. But this was all about this person being a father in a past life. There's two eyes on that too. This masculine keeps an eye on their feminine very closely. They all do, but I'm seeing that in this card. Whether it's energetically or literally, if there's some way of watching you. Yeah, you know, that's funny. Monk Nun, and that's coming out again. They've got a wild side though. This is in the past, but I feel this is still present too. The forest. I feel this is they can't see the wood for the trees right now. I feel they're in a bit of a dark place. This is meant to be a past life, and I keep saying it like it's present. I feel it's happening parallel. Because past, present, and future are all linked. That's why I'm doing this. A card to describe, right, another one to describe the masculine in a past life. The apocalypse. That's talking about the end times that we're in. And I did say it's like, it feels like everything's, oh, that was in the one earlier. It feels like everything's falling down like a house of cards. This masculine did have a tendency to be a shapeshifter in a past life, and we saw that. Because it could, you see, again, remember, it's just a past life, but I do feel it's like, you know, if this masculine had a wife and kids, and then they've ended up leaving for a karmic relationship, it could have been going on while he was still with, you know what I mean? And then they've left and never came back. That's what I feel it is. So that's why it would be about forgiveness, like yesterday's one in this life. Because it's like when a spell's put over them, or it's like a black magic. Wait a minute. With me saying that, can we just ask what fucked up shit went on there? Different times, so we've got to kind of manoeuvre it for a different era, but yeah, look, leaving, but that's my karmic card. But in this case, that's the feminine, like this feminine was left upset alone with the kids. And it was, look, it's Capricorn moon right now, and that's Capricorn symbol. This masculine left, they abandoned their family for a conquest. Aries, like, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of indicates it wasn't even, it's not like this karmic relationship they left was the love of their life. I think it all went wrong, you know, but they never got their family back. Like I said, it is like, it does just remind me of The Greatest Showman went wrong. So, again, right, tell me just a wee bit more and then I'm going to end this, but this was quite interesting. So, like I said, if you want me to do this for you for a personal reading, just book the hour unlisted video and then I could dive into this. But you don't need as long as an hour. If you want me to do it in 30 minutes, I can, but... Or you can just see if I tap into yours at some point, because like I said, I do feel I know who this is going to speak to. And I did leave it open, but I can just tell the way that it's went. What's a lesson this masculine didn't complete? Might not, I didn't do it like that last time. Oh, fuck, it's that one? I don't know what that is again. These cards are quite powerful shamanic energy anyway. Oh, actually, I do know. I think that is actually really quite funny. I think that card is about a mystery. Yeah, look. That bit, you see that? Remember I said a black widow? And look what I was just saying about the karma. This masculine fell into a black widow trap in this life too. They fell into the arms of a woman that was very hard to get out of. They possibly might still not be out of their trap. And also, like I said, I remember when I looked at that, it is about a mystery. So every time I pull that card, I think I'm going to be like, what does that mean? Because it's like I'm channeling the energy. But that's symbolic of the Black Widow. This masculine's a very powerful shaman. Meaning they can transmute energies, right? So once they really step into their power with the help of their feminine, and look that they are needing that help. I feel we've been getting that help in the energy realm, but this masculine's been wearing a mask. This whatever they got into in this life, it led them to a dead end. That looks like a spider's web again. And there's the eye again. No idea what that means, but again, I'm going to need it. I don't like studying decks, so I think I might need to for this one. But it's like, they're always keeping an eye on the feminine if you're the feminine. They see you as a guide. The owl is about being able to see in the dark. Mentors came up twice with different cards. They're in a bit of, this came out, they're stuck in a bit of a box. This came up in the one from today. So the one from today may really link to the one, whoever this is for. They are a warrior and they're trying to break free from the matrix. That's the rainbow codes that came in. This is the energy that I carry as well. But it's like, look, the snakes on all of them too. So it's like they are trying to transmute the snakes on that too. They're trying to transmute this darkness they're going through, and you're a guiding light. But look how this looks like a maze. It's like I can feel this masculine feels like they're never going to be able to get out of this box that they've put themselves in. But the feminine's light, if you're the feminine, it is helping them. So that actually makes me really emotional. It's to do with self-sabotage. This masculine's not had a lot of support growing up. whoever's been around them. And your light is helping them. Look, this is them going in and doing the... I feel there's something about rainbow codes or peril light codes, something like that. This is the feminine's light healing the negative mindset. Oh my god. Right, I'm going to stop now, right, because I really do feel I know who this is going to speak to, so I don't expect you to put in the comments, but you can email me and say if you felt this spoke to you. But look, that's how I felt this was going to go. In this lifetime, this masculine will overcome this fear of not being good enough and what happened in a past life to be able to become the father again to a child. And this is how I mean, like, look, these two cards came out yesterday, so I'm actually channeling messages for a group of twins that are going through the same thing with different, you know, past life scenarios, but very similar. This is about the powerful children that are meant to be born at this time on the planet. And there's sirens, Jezebels, Black Widow, Femme Fatale, whatever you want to call it, fucking fuckers, ho-ho-hos, or male equivalents that are getting in the way of this. We can't end it on that, guys. Let's use these. Yeah, so hopefully that's... I do feel that's a worry there for whatever it's like, you know, like, look, basically this love is gonna... It's the same, look, it feels like the same message coming out as yesterday's. Love and forgiveness will prevail in this situation. Look, that's the feminine forgiving the masculine. But see how it's weird? It's like, what I find weird is some people think past lives are a load of shit, but I can see how that all ties in. So whoever this speaks to, that could really help the two of you if you then get a past life regression to see how that, you know, basically to rewrite it. And I just saw the I remember card. This masculine is remembering. They might even be having insights into this. Right, tell us something else just to transmute. Don't want to end it on that note. But actually, see what I mean? It's very relevant. It's very relevant because that feminine's got an interest in not letting women like that do that to men. Or same sex, or men like that do that to women. However it resonates, but it really is quite a very similar to what I'm here to do, is to out the people that do that. Yeah, the sun. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality and play. That's how it's going to end. I'm hearing that Dermot song. And soon we'll be dancing in the sun and we'll sing our song together. But I think you'll tell your story together too. You'll tell your story together. Of king and queen. Divine, masculine, feminine. You might have actually been a king and queen in a past life, by the way. And divine masculine, you'll get to be a father again. And not repeat the mistakes, because it's all part of birth in the new age. Birth and new creations, dreaming the world into being. But remember, this all comes back down to bringing the fantasy into reality as well, which I think actually links to the one from earlier. Yeah, so anyway. I hope this spoke to whoever it was meant to. I've got a feeling I know who it's going to. And at least a couple of people anyway, but you can let me know. I feel it'll speak to quite a few people, different bits of it. But yes. Forgiving and learning. That's the lesson we all seem to be learning as twin flames, and it's not a coincidence. I actually replied to somebody today saying something very similar. It's amazing how we can all be going through different things, yet similar. The lesson of the Pisces new moon, or a full moon, but it's a new moon, is to surrender. But of course, people that are these placements will know that. Tune into the magical energy of the Pisces new moon, but also surrender the confusion, the illusion, and just trust. But forgiveness heals. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.